Whoa, wow. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Subspace Async. This is November 8th, 2022. This is the product engineering team. I'm Arthur, director of product engineering here. Happy November 8th. For those in the US, hope you guys are enjoying election day or your lunar eclipse. But here at Subspace Labs, we're going to continue on shipping. So that being said, we are going to start off with our Block Explorer team this week. Great job, everyone, on getting getting all these tickets done. We're going to do things a little differently here. We have some demos to show. So instead of going over the tickets that we talked about, let's see what the team's been up to. So let's get started. Serge, do you want to start with your first demo?
Sure. I'm sharing my screen.
All right.
Okay, so this week there was some time spent on DevOps stuff. So for the archive, which was deployed previously, now we have HTTPS. So as you can see, connection is secure. We have a valid certificate, and yeah, everything is worked as before. Also, we have already deployed our squid for Block Explorer, and it also has URL with HTTPS, and we can query. Currently, the deployed version has only accounts, and in the future, we will be adding everything else, including blocks, extrinsics, events, and calls. And this is what I'm currently doing on my local machine. As you can see, we have accounts, blocks, and here blocks also include some subspace specific fields like space pledged and blockchain history size. And if we make a query, we can see some values here. These are dummy values for now because the actual implementation is missing, but this is how it will look. And hopefully, like, we can integrate front end that Natasha is about to show you with this API. That's all.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Serge. Natasha, you're up.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
So on the front end side, I was working with the other pages for blog details like this one, and also extensive details and the account list. From the pages we need for the MVP, the only one I have missing right now is the account details. And I'm working on, I started working this week on applying the styles that Alec worked for us and have the design ready from when we merge with the um, full script that Serge is working on.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks for that. And yeah, we just thanked the designer earlier today, so we will be having those account details shortly. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Natasha. Can you remove your screen share so we can get back to the board?
Yep.
Thank you. All right, cool. Can everyone see it again? All right, let's go quickly through our in-progress board. First up, but before that, let me clear this up. So this is the ritual here. Great job, everybody. Archiving. All right, first off, add block archetypes to Squid.
Yeah, so as I showed you, I'm currently adding blocks, extrinsics, calls, and events to our Block Explorer squid. So this one is in progress.
Cool. Also, we will also have a diagram that I can show you guys later, but for now, we'll just move on. I think most of these were still, this is good, so I don't know if we need to go over this. Let's see, show list of accounts. I think this is the newest one we just talked about from our designer, so I think we're fine. Let's jump over to to-do. I think the biggest one that we want to start thinking about is maybe setting up the workflow. I think now that we're kind of in the state, if we can start getting the workflow set up, we can start thinking about how to like deploy this onto the Block Explorer repository. Sorry, you're
Can I
muted,
take
Natasha.
that?
Yeah, you can take this. You want to just self-assign?
Yeah, thank you.
Same thing. I think let's start. We don't have to do this right now, but on the to-do list, as mentioned, we should start working on the README as well. Cool. Let's move on over to SDK CLI. Same thing here. We've got a lot done this week. Got the default mode ready, farmer mode as well. Oskin, do you want to kick us off with some demos on the CLI SDK?
Sure. Let me share the screen. Okay, I guess you are seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will run the command cargo run farm because I already. Okay, let me make it bigger.
Can you make the terminal bigger?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I already run the init and demoed it, I believe, previously. So let's start with the farm. This will take a minute or so, and it will create the folder node. And then it will start farming, and then it will start plotting progress, and we will see a progression bar, and then we will be earning rewards.
Okay. Since this might take a couple minutes, why don't we just let this run for a little bit, and then let's go to Ivan to see what's going on the SDK
I
side.
had a question actually about
Yes.
this. Is there the config or the whatever it was, the template pre-generated for the farmer config? Is it using the defaults, or was there something that was done before this?
We have a configuration for the node, which is created by the init command, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so there was an init command. Like, I guess I was just like from the beginning, what is the demo? But there was some steps you did beforehand here. Like you already ran an init command.
Demoed previously, that's why I skipped it, but I can do it again if you like, because there is no change to that. By the way, it started. It will take notifications from the node side, and then it will update the progression bar. I believe it's a little bit small. That's why it doesn't fit in the line. That's why it's printing again. But in a separate terminal, I tested it. It's just progressing, like does not print any additional progression bars. Then it says initial plotting finished. Then there are these folders created at the point that the user specified. And if the user wants to wipe them, I also created a command for that, cargo run wipe. And then, as you can see, these folders are gone. And when you farm again, it will start from 0% to proceed to 100% for the initial plotting progress.
Does this also assume the node has already synced as well?
Yes.
Okay, so the full workflow is cargo run init, cargo run node sync, and then cargo run farm?
No. Node sync is implied implicitly in the cargo run farm. So user does not have to do anything regarding node. It's a background process.
I see, but it doesn't put that, it doesn't display that. It just displays the plotting progress. Okay.
Unfortunately, we just can't like block on syncing of the node on the SDK side. So like we lack that functionality right now.
Okay, so it's just kind of frozen until then.
I guess no. Like I guess Osgan is just not waiting on that.
Oh, maybe could be.
Okay. Is there a way that the progress bar can be like Like one
Yes,
progress bar that grows versus like snapshots like it is right now?
usually that since I had the terminal small, it printed again. It's usually just adds the dots. Like it doesn't print any progress.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. Code works fine.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Looks like a great start.
Okay, should I hand it over to Ivan?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, awesome work. Ivan, could you show us a demo for the SDK?
Sorry, yeah. I thought like that wasn't obligatory, yeah. So I was working on
It's-
the like different stuff, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Awesome. Let's go over to the tickets then. So let's see, going to the dump column. Let's clear up all the tickets. Nice job, everyone. Support node syncing. I think we talked about this. You want to give an update on this, Ivan?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Like it's the only big item which we are missing on the SDK side. Like right now I'm working on the polishing the SDK. So we've had discussion in the engineering chat with Nazar about that. And it seems that we are lacking some of the changes from the substrate upstream. So like in some time, Nazar will update the monorepo to a new substrate version, and we are good to go with node syncing. But right now we are blocked on that. As like I tried two algorithms which like will work the same way with the changes which Nazar submitted to the substrate. Yeah, and they both don't work right now. So yeah, but the only that's the biggest item which is missing. Yeah.
Yvonne, let me make sure I understood what you said. So we cannot sync the node through the SDK until we upgrade our version of Substrate in the monorepo?
Actually, no. Like we can't control the, we can't enable or disable the sync. It is just enabled by default. The thing is that we can be sure that our node is actually synced. Yeah, but the thing is missing. So we can't like block until we have imported like all of the blocks from our peers.
So we can't know when we've synced.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's all I had. Thanks.
Okay, let's follow up more about that afterward. Daemonize the CLI.
I found a good crate which allows us to demonize any progress in like potentially. I experimented with it a bit. It works. Now the next thing will be for like if we demonize the process, if we do a background process, how will we retrieve it back to the foreground? That part is missing for the research. Tomorrow I will work on that. If I can figure out, I will start coding for the CLI.
Cool. Perfect. Awesome. Last, close farmer gracefully. I think we talked a little bit about this, right, Ivan?
Yeah, probably, yeah. But right now the thing is that like I just aborting all the threads which farmer has spawned. Like for example, a thread which will like sign rewards, like which will do like general plotting and etc. But the thing is that we need to close like all the files and everything like gracefully and just flush all of the writes to the disk. So the whole point is that like the monorepo is kind of mixing the both asynchronous Rust and synchronous one. So but it's kind of pain for me for closing this ticket. But yeah, I'm just experimenting right now. Hope to fix that like soon, today or tomorrow.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks for the update on that. Cool. I think the last one we talked about is creating REST docs. So just let me know when you have that. On my end, I'm going to be putting up docs on Subspace docs itself. So look out for that. Same thing with the readmes. Let's get these polished up, and then we should be to go. And then let's follow up more about the node syncing issue that we discussed. Great work, everyone. So thus far, Is there anything else anybody wants to discuss before we wrap up this call? Going once, going twice. All right. Well, if that's it, thanks everyone for joining us today and have a good November 8th. See y'all later.